Are you legal-aged adults ready to watch some porn? What say you then? Porn pirate! Porn pirate! Who lives in a vibrator under the sea? He's so horny and dirty he tried to hump me. Now if weird yellow sex is something you lust, then you must be a bird like Spongeknob square nuts. Come on now. Spongeknob square nuts. Spongeknob square nuts. Spongeknob square nuts. Yeah.
Now, when I watched the first Spongeknob parody, I per usual looked at the comment section. I wasn't really shocked there were 0 comments on it. Not that many of the tens of thousands of people watching these porn parodies based on kids shows want to admit they're watching the source shit. Spongeknob Part 2, on the other hand, is different. There were comments. Only 2 comments, but still comments. There's at least 2 people in this world who jacked off watching this and gave suggestions on what should be named next. That's why it's the first sign what you're about to watch is disturbing. The second sign is that this one looks completely different, somehow worse, and looks like they had less money this time around. The background is them inside of a giant vibrator, the sponge costume is different, and the face paint looks even fucking cheaper and more like a magic marker. Oh, and this time Patrick is in it. He looks like a walking clitoris that is slow in the head and would like to be anywhere else. Not even a minute in, and they make a lame joke about something about yoga mats being the Krabby Patties, and then they both start screaming. Because porn should always have 2 guys dressed in shitty Halloween costumes screaming like morons. It's like watching SpongeBob, except live action, and the jokes are still as bad as they have been in the past couple of years. And you wonder when somebody is going to fuck as much as you aren't looking forward to that, but you also wonder if Spongeknob is gay. You really run out of things to focus on while Patrick spends the first few minutes of this porn saying things they could do that day. And thus Sandy isn't here. Probably because they couldn't afford Skin Diamond this time around, so they got Sandy's cousin Candy, cause why the fuck wouldn't that be her name? There is a decent joke about the American government spying on people and what we do online. If they were spying on making this porn, I think they tuned out about 3 minutes into it. Candy does bring up the great point of why would she fuck Patrick and Spongeknob? Seriously, why? There's something eternally creepy about the fact that Patrick and Spongeknob are basically borderline brain damaged and banging some chick. This one does feature Candy masturbating on a bed because obviously she can't just close her eyes and pretend she isn't going to go and pretend that she's enjoying fucking a sponge and a starfish clitoris. Now, if this just stuck with an attractive woman masturbating for half an hour, I'd be okay with that. But suddenly Patrick's deformed fish hand enters the picture and he makes a comment in a Forrest Gump voice saying, "You have a hole in your body, Sandy." Seriously concerned about everybody jerking off to mentally challenged fish man sticking his dick in a chick. There's one point where Patrick rubs a vibrating dildo against his ear because it feels good. I feel like this was the deleted sex scene from Forrest Gump, but they found it too awkward and maybe offensive to put in the final cut. Then some guy found it and thought it would work great in his SpongeBob porn sequel. You know how sometimes something is really bad and awkward that it feels like it's going on for a lot longer than it really is? Yeah, that's how this felt. It felt like the world's longest 30 minutes full of weird puns during sex and Candy having to explain what a condom is to Patrick. Finally, after 30 minutes of 2 guys in awkwardly built costumes fucking a woman who is struggling to take this seriously, they finish. Now, let's just pray they never make a part 3 and that the Adventure Time porn is a lot less awkward than this.